Hey everyone, Brandon here with Galway Precision. Got my hat on, as you can see, a little sunburnt. Went out and had some family fun this Memorial weekend at the water park. But today we're going to do our first 100 rounds with the TX22 by Taurus. Now, this is a striker fired 22 long rifle. The TX, I forget what it stands for. They told me it shot and I already forgot. Tells you how great I am. But it's more of a trainer pistol. They do have plans to come out with similar, well actually pretty much this gun in 9mm. They wanted to come to market with the 22 long rifle first. It does come with two 16-round magazines from the factory. And today we'll be using some Birchwood Casey shooting C's. I stuck some pasters on our trusty dusty bowling pin over here. Got some paste up targets over there. And we got a pretty good amount of different rounds. Right now these are loaded with CCI Mini Mag. Got some standard Winchester, and then we've got some hotter stuff, some of the segmented and frangible, or no, just pure copper. Segmented and pure copper CCI that shoot about 1600, 1700 feet per second. So we'll start with the Mini Mag and we'll see what she does. But I playing with this thing. I have not shot it yet. This is straight out of the box, no nothing. It's actually didn't clean it, anything. So it's not been fired, straight out of the box. Taurus sent it to us in, sorry. And I gotta say, just playing with it in the office and this weekend, it's nice and lightweight. I had my daughter who's wanting to get into 3-gun pick it up. She likes it, fits her hand perfectly. Does have a safety similar to a 1911 sweep safety or CZ75. It is ambidextrous. The mag release can be switched and is ambidextrous. The only thing that's not ambi is the slide lock. So let's face it, all you wrong Paul people out there have already learned how to do it all with your left hand. So I know that there are maybe plans in the future for it. It just all depends on how well the pistol is received. Honestly, I think it's going to be received really well. I already like the thing quite a bit. I mean, it's lightweight, put a full mag in, and it's still lightweight. And you got 16 rounds on board. Makes a great competition pistol. So our safety's up and on. We're locked and loaded. Let's get to shooting some targets. All right, so we got had to move the targets around. It's about time to replace that piece of plywood on our trusty dusty target stand. Weather here has not been all that great between the rain and then after the rain, the humidity, the wood's not holding up. Thinking about doing something with some sheet metal maybe. I don't know, haven't decided yet. Anyhow, got our 3 targets up. So we'll start at the top target. See, we put some pasters on the steel too. So let's go through these 2 mags, and we're gonna be about 15-20 feet. So 10 to 70 yards roughly. And we'll see how accurate she is. So shooting at the top first. Here we go. Well, that's pretty impressive. I mean, I just kept in the same spot. It does have adjustable sights that are both drift adjustable and windage adjustable. For me, I'm gonna need to do that because I put the front sight right on the orange dot. Now I'm hitting a little left and high, but straight out of the box, not bad. All right, so let's go through our second mag of CCI Mini Mag, same target, and see what we make happen. Here we go. I gotta say, I am very impressed with this thing. Point aim, same spot, we're just making big holes. So let's switch over to the Winchester, see how it does with that. It's just gonna be plain old Winchester gray box, 1260 feet per second, the normal, just plinking ammo. And we'll see what she does. It does. Whatever, both. We'll see what the gun and the ammo does. So I wanted to show you something too. Their mags, stupid easy to load. It's got a nice little loading tab on it. There's our Winchester Silver varmint small game target and plinking. But what I like the most about the design of the mag, you have a loading tab just like you do on any other 22 mag. But here's the great thing. It doesn't drop in until you start putting the next round in. And if you want them to center up, pop it up. So I practiced loading these things a whole bunch at the shop just to see, because 22 mags are notorious for binding up. But this thing loads like butter. So just wanted to show you that right quick. And you don't actually have to use loading tabs. You can load it just like a regular 940 or 45 by shoving the rounds down in there. And doesn't bind up, doesn't have any issues. So that's pretty impressive. A lot of time went into this. So see, if you want, you can actually, without touching that tab, load it just like you would. And that's where the trainer part of this comes in. Everything about this pistol is meant to teach proper safety, proper loading, proper everything. So I think it's going to be a real big hit. All right, so we got one mag of that. We'll load up this other mag real quick and then we'll get to popping. All right, we've got both mags loaded, another 32 rounds. So we're gonna be shooting at the second target now. Let's see what the Winchester plinking stuff does. All right, here we go. 15 feet. Winchester. All right, now take a look at that. Just so we understand, this is definitely an ammo failure. Look at the dent it put in that. Let me zoom out here so we can. All right, come on, camera. But you see that massive dent? I mean, it's pretty much crushed the rim. So, you know, it's Winchester 22. I don't really expect a whole lot out of it, just like I don't expect a whole lot out of Winchester white box. We're going to reload it, flip it, see if the striker sets it off second time. No, completely dead round, so on to the second mag. Alright, Winchester, not for the win. This also proves one of the things I tell you all the time. Garbage, God, this is like shooting a black powder gun. Garbage ammo is always a result. Garbage result. I'm serious. It's like a Civil War battle right now. I have to load a couple of these up. just to show you guys what I'm talking about, we'll do a quick side-by-side between the CCI and the Winchester. So, you're gonna see what I'm saying here in a minute. There's our Winchester. Look at the smoke coming out of this thing. I mean, it's literally, it's like shooting a black powder rifle. Now, CCI Mini Mag. Alright. See the difference? The smoke dissipates very quickly with the CCI. The Winchester is just nasty and dirty. You can see it's all dirty. But still not bad. Still shooting a little high and left. You can see where I tried to make adjustments for it, and it starts bringing it down. So definitely for me, need to adjust the rear sight. Like I said, it's windage and elevation adjustable. And one of the things we'll be looking at, obviously, parts wise, since a lot of people are probably going to want to use this for competition, is a plate to go up here, but we'll go over that in the second part of the video like we always do when we go to the bench and do our parts plan. So let's load up some of the hot stuff, the segmented and pure copper CCI, and see what she does. Alright, so the last I didn't realize that the kids have been shooting my 22. So we got 10 rounds left of the pure copper. Alright. This stuff is 21 grain, but it's moving at 1850 feet per second. I got this to try it out. I've been really happy with the results on small varmints, small game stuff. Also just target shooting. It's a nice steady pressure round. And then the other mag, we've got 14 of those left of the segmented hollow point CCIs. These are 32 grain and moving at 1640 feet per second. The mini mag we were shooting that we'll go back to after this is 40 grain, moving at 1235. The garbage Winchester Super X is the 36 grain, moving at 1240. So we're going to start with the solid copper first. Bottom target, might throw some steel and a little bit of Mr. bowling pin in here. Alright, so usual distance, and let's do it. On to the segmented. That's it. Outran it once. But it likes the hot stuff. And yeah, that segmented stuff's great for shooting steel. I love it. But as you can see, it really likes the hot stuff. Didn't really change the feel. There's a little more recoil, but I mean, it's 22. There's not a whole lot of recoil to begin with. So we'll go do our last two mags. And we went a little over our first 100 rounds, but you know, it's 22. It's fun. This is a really fun gun. And honestly, it's probably one of Taurus's best looking semi-autos. I mean, it looks good. It feels good. I like it. So let's load back up, dump our last two mags, and then we'll go to the bench. Alright, so we didn't have quite enough for 2 full mags of CCI Mini Mag. So it'll be 1 mag of CCI Mini Mag and 1 mag of half Super X and half Mini Mag. But we're just going to have some fun anyway. We're just going to blast at the targets, just have a good time. But You know, one of the things a lot of people will scoff at when I say this right now, we're unloaded, mags in, but not one in the chamber, but safety's on. There are a lot of people in this world who want to carry a pistol, but they're intimidated, and so they want to carry a 22 to start with. Nothing wrong with that. 22 in the hand is a hell of a lot better than nothing. And you shoot somebody in the face 17 times because you got 16 plus 1 in the chamber, they're not gonna want to mess with you anymore. So this has a lot of fun applications and a lot of serious applications. Tomorrow we'll get it in on the bench, and we'll do our parts plan. We'll tear it apart and go over what we're going to be making for it. But let's dump these last 2 mags and have some fun. What do you say? Here we go. There we have it. That's our first 100 rounds, and well, then some, for the Taurus TX22. We'll see you at the bench for the parts plan. One thing I may not have mentioned, I may have mentioned a minute ago, I don't remember, but it does also come with the 22 suppressor adapter. This barrel can have the cap taken off and the suppressor adapter put on it. So all in all, really fun gun. I'm really impressed. Taurus put a lot of thought into this. I mean, a lot of thought. All right, a whole lot of thought. Look at that, couple hundred, well, not a couple hundred, about 150 rounds. Look how clean that's running compared to a lot of other stuff. And I mean, really, it's not all that dirty on the inside either. So honestly, quite impressed with this thing. So we'll see you at the bench in about a day. Go over our parts plan. We'll see you there.